Hey everybody, what's going on? Hellmite here, bringing you another video from Grab the Lantern today. Today I wanted to talk about new character releases and just kind of things I would like to see the community change about how we as a community handle new characters coming out. Now, yes, this is in relation to Kaisa and her kind of debacle surrounding her release. Now, the character released underpowered. I think that's a pretty safe assumption to make. She was recently hotfixed some buffs, as right, we're trying to help her feel a little bit better, but she was definitely weak on release, and that was kind of the community's consensus. Now, when Kaisa was trying to be played, obviously it's her release day, it's her release week, everyone's trying to play the new character. However, there was a significant number of bans levied at Kaisa, regardless of her state of balance. In fact, she was very weak, but was still receiving a lot of bans. And quite often, it was her own teammates banning out the Kaisa player because they didn't want her out, or they didn't want their AD carry playing Kaisa, or their jungler, as the case may be. And essentially, the reasoning behind it is, well, I don't want our team to play Kaisa because she's so weak, and I don't want them playing the character at all. And that's honestly a little bit of a selfish reaction, I have to say, to someone trying to play the new character. Like, I get it, the character is weak, the consensus is that they're weak, but at the same time, the character just came out. I think that there's still a lot of work people can do on the character, even if we don't know how strong or weak they are, or even if we know that they're weak. There's still a lot of things you can do to practice mechanics, to just figure out builds, to just learn the character in the first place. Yeah, they'll get buffs eventually, but that's no reason why you can't play the character. You shouldn't be playing the character now. I think, in fact, it makes a lot more sense to play them now while they're weak. Then when they get buffs, you feel a little bit better about yourself than jumping on the bandwagon only once they get strong. And I understand the perception of, I don't want my teammate to play something that I know is weak. But again, it's a little bit of a not very nice way of looking at things. Like, for the most part, we're playing League of Legends to have fun. Especially in normal draft, we're playing League of Legends to have fun. The wins and losses don't really matter all too much. Obviously, there are XP gains to consider. You do want to win, and I think that's a good way to incentivize trying to win. But I also don't think that it's the kind of thing you have to do is to make sure your allies don't play something that you don't feel like they should play. Especially consider how you would feel if they banned out your champion in response, or if they decided then, well, if I can't play Kaisa, I'm going to troll. You shouldn't do that, but they also shouldn't have banned your champion out in the first place. And kind of wanted to touch on as well, Kaisa in ranked play. Obviously, with Kaisa's release, the disable new champions in ranked for 1 week argument comes back up from a lot of people around now. And I get what people are saying about it. I really do. They really don't want people playing a brand new champion in ranked. I do partially agree. I think if you're trying to win the game, it's a lot harder to do that on a champion you've never played before. Yeah, maybe you played it on PvE, but you probably didn't secure the pick often enough for it to actually matter, for you to actually have a reasonable understanding of the character. And PvE games are just a different environment. Because people know that what they do on the PvE doesn't really matter, they don't have to worry about winning or losing as much as just experiencing the character in the first place. So, and that was probably a lot of people who did play Kaisa on PvE. So then when you start talking about bringing Kaisa into ranked, well, you probably haven't played her enough to actually merit picking her. So I totally get that opinion, and I totally get why people don't want to see Kaisa in ranked or new champions in ranked and have that disallowment, especially that's something that Blizzard does with Overwatch. However, at the same time, I think there is something to be said about Riot's point that some people do nothing but play ranked. Like, that's primarily how they interact with League of Legends and the game. They only play ranked, they hop on, they play ranked, and that's it. They don't even bother with normals, they don't play ARAM, that sort of thing. So I think to a certain extent, it bums those players out because then they feel like they don't really get to play the game in the way they enjoy if they want to play the new character. They have to take time out of their usual schedule to do something else, and they probably feel like it's a waste of time. And to them, then they feel like, well, what's the even point of buying the character or trying to learn the character? I can't play them right off the bat. I'm not even going to bother doing it. And so I think there's something to be said about letting every player in the game experience Kaisa when she comes out and experience new champions when they come out, instead of having some kind of an arbitrary limit to say, well, if you're playing in ranked, you can't play this character. Yeah, you can make the argument that, well, it helps the competitive integrity of ranked by having the new champion disabled, because that way if they're busted or they're underpowered, right, have time to fix them before people start using them to hold lobbies hostage or to, you know, just absolutely annihilate games because they're broken. But at the same time, like I said, I think there's something to be said about letting players experience the champion. And in all honesty, if you're not a fan of seeing the new champion in ranked, obviously you can always ban it out, or there's the potential to just say, you know, maybe I don't want to play ranked this week. So just kind of my 2 cents on the subject. I know a lot of people are fans of disabling new champions in ranked, so if that's your opinion, go ahead and let me know down in the comment section below what you are thinking of that, and what you guys are thinking in general about the whole Kaisa gets banned out and people trolling, that kind of scenario as well. Let me know what your thoughts are on that subject. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like, and if you really enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. I upload a video every Monday, Friday, and on patch days as well. And if you're looking for more Grab the Lantern content, you can check out my blog, link down in the description. I upload an article every single day for your enjoyment. Once again, thank you guys so very much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I will talk to you all later.